So today, this video is gonna be so random. I didn't know what to do anymore. I'm kind of, like I said, out of ideas. But I thought of this certain situation and I thought it was funny as hell. It's just something that came up to my mind in 6th grade. So I'm gonna be doing a story time on the first time that I skipped class. And how it was a total failure. Okay, so basically, there I go with the basically. I need to shut the hell up. Okay. I had PE with my, one of my best friends at school. I had PE with her 8th period. For some reason, me and her this day, we were like, man, let's not go to 8th period. Like, for what? Why are we gonna go? I don't want to dress out. I don't want to go through that whole deal, I guess. We just didn't want to deal with gym. And I don't remember who said let's skip, if it was me or if it was her. Maybe it was both of us, like, let's not go. And at my school, there was a building called D building, which was a building with only one classroom in it, which was art. And the teacher was pretty cool. So, we went to we were like, we'll go to D building and sit in the restroom upstairs. This building, what everybody would say, was supposedly haunted. I doubt it, but they would say that. That's besides the point. So we were like, okay, we're gonna go over here where we planned it during lunch. And so during that time, we get to 8th period and we meet somewhere where we obviously have to meet and go through gym, because gym is right there next to D building. So we had to pass by gym anyway. So we go through gym and we don't get caught. And then we go to D building. In D building, like I said, there's only one classroom. We don't intend to get caught because there's only one classroom. The class period's short. I don't remember what time, but we would get out at 3:35. That's all I remember. I don't remember what time class would start, but it was pretty short. I don't know why we didn't just go to PE. But we went to D building, went to the restroom. We sat in there and we literally had like long conversations. We were getting into conversations with each other, going deep into it. And her nor I had a phone at the time. Okay, I didn't have a phone in 6th grade. I didn't get a phone till 8th grade. And I'm not sure. I didn't have a watch. I didn't have nothing. So there it is, basically. And we just kept talking. Like, it was one of those things where you're talking, and you lose track of time. So, like I said, we get out 3:35. Her sister comes in, and her sister comes in the restroom, and she's like, what did she say? She just goes, you're skipping, and she starts getting mad at, my friend. She was getting mad, I'm gonna tell mom, and like, whatever. And she's like, shut up, like, you don't skip before. And like, they start arguing, whatever. And I'm just sitting there minding my business. And then when her sister came to the restroom, she didn't tell us the time. We didn't ask her the time, like, nothing. But it had already felt like forever. Like, forever. And there was no bells in this building. They would just release. The reason there was no bells was because, I'm telling you, there was only one classroom in there. And this building was old, so it wasn't really used. And there was no bells in there. And we're laying there and we're telling each other, like, we're literally telling each other, doesn't this seem long to you? Like, we've been in here for a long time. Like, we really have. But we also didn't want to leave the restroom because we're like, we're gonna get caught. Like, if we leave the restroom, we're gonna get caught. So we didn't want to leave the restroom. We're like, we're gonna get caught. We leave the restroom. We can't leave the restroom. And So we sat in there and we sat in there. And me and her hear someone coming. And we're like, oh, someone's coming. But we realize it's a teacher. It's a teacher. We think it's a teacher, but it's the janitor. But we're like, oh, it's a teacher. So we both run in the stalls and we act like we're using it. And we come out and the janitor's like, who are you guys? And we don't tell her our names. And we don't tell her our names. And she's like, who are you? She's like, how did y'all get in this building? And we were like, we were in the restroom. We have class downstairs. She was like, no. She's like, no. She's like, this building was locked. How did y'all get in here?
We're like, locked. Excuse me?
So, I was like, wait a minute, what? Locked? And I look at my friend and I'm like, locked? And the teacher's like, you know what's going on? Like, the janitor, not the teacher. The janitor's like, how'd y'all get in here? She's questioning us. And she's like, she calls it in her little walkie-talkie, and me and my friend book it. We're done. We're like, oh heck no, we're gonna get in trouble. And the funny part about this whole situation is that when we get out, we're like, dude, why is she coming at us so hard? Like, we book it, like I'm telling you, like ran out of there. We didn't give the janitor our name. We didn't do anything like that. So we ran out of there, and my friend's like, what time is it? And she sees one of her friends, and she asks them what time it is, and it's 5. It's 5 freaking o'clock. Are you kidding me? It's 5 o'clock. We were in the restroom until 5 o'clock. Like, we let the time pass like that. And she's mad. She's like, my sister didn't even come up here and tell me when the bell was, you know, when the bell rang or anything. And like, it's weird because we didn't even hear anybody like walking through the halls, anything like that, like noise. We didn't hear noise, and that was weird to me. Like, we were in there till 5 o'clock. So then we go home. She gives me a ride because it's 5 o'clock. My grandma's probably having a fit. In my head, I'm thinking that. And I get home and I immediately tell my grandma because I think that I'm caught. Like, that's it, we're caught. And so the next day we go to school. Nobody knows this little secret, just me and her. And they're talking about D building. And they're talking about 2 girls in D building that were in there till 5 o'clock. And I remember that they announced something about skipping or debuilding. It was either debuilding or skipping. They were saying something about it. And it was because me and her skipped. Like, literally, it was because of that. Like, we started that whole thing. And they then started monitoring debuilding. That didn't stop kids, of course, but they started monitoring it and stuff. And like, no one ever knew that this was me and her. If anybody watches my videos from school, now they know. But no one ever knew. Like, I never told anybody it was me and her. You know, my boyfriend knows, but I don't remember telling anybody else, like, oh, that was me and her in debuilding. And it's kind of funny. Like, that's a memory I'll have forever with her because that was just funny. And then she was like upset. She was saying her mom was gonna kick her butt when she got home because she skipped and stuff, and like nobody ever found out it was us. So yeah, it's one story. I kind of regret, like, no, I don't regret, but after that time I never skipped again because I saw no point to skipping. Me and her literally sat in the restroom waiting, and it was like, for what? Like, what did we get out of it? We skipped gym class and that's it, you know. And so me and her just started like going to gym or going to classes. I think she skipped a little bit more. I don't remember, but not that class period. I wouldn't skip. So would I give you advice to skip class? Hell no, because it's a waste of time. You're wasting your time skipping class, unless, you know,
you're gonna leave campus and you're gonna go to the stores and go eat and go spend some money, go with friends,
then sure, why not, you know? Because I feel like everybody has to do that at one point. But if my niece, who's newly going into middle school, or my boyfriend's little sister, who's already in middle school, wanted to skip, I would say don't skip, because you're gonna sit in the restroom and not do anything. You know, you're gonna sit in the restroom. Although I had fun talking to my friend, talking to her, laughing with her, like I had fun with her in the restroom. But I mean, like, to do it all the time, hell no. It was like a once in a lifetime thing, and I mean, no. I mean, everybody skips at one point, but I just feel like it's not worth it. Like, you sitting in the restroom doing nothing, like, it's not worth it. But of course, everybody's gonna do what they want to do. But yeah, I just thought, like, that's a funny little memory that came to my head about middle school, or like my first time skipping. It was funny. Like, middle school was funny, period. And so yeah, that's my little story time. I hope you guys like it. This is just a small video so I could upload, because like I said, I don't know what else to do. The next video I want to do is my boyfriend doing my makeup challenge. I feel like that's gonna be funny, or maybe he's gonna be good at it, I don't know. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn your post notification bell on. And that's it. Bye.